There it goes.
Yarate, Navajo Nation. This is your president, Dr. Buu Nygren. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I am live from Window Rock, Arizona. So again, on behalf of the First Lady, Jasmine Blackwater Nygren, and the executive branch and the entire Navajo Nation, I just know that you guys are out there. You usually tune in around this time at 1 o'clock. So again, thank you for always tuning in and listening to the updates that are happening here on the nation. Again, Thanksgiving is about keh and family, spending time with your loved ones and recounting a lot of your blessings, because sometimes we can kind of take that for granted. We always feel like there's not enough happening in our lives, or we feel like we don't have enough. But this is a time and place where we remember the little things. We remember our family, our relatives, our cousins, our extended relatives, and simply the fact that you're able to have a good meal in front of you. So always continue to count your blessings. That's one of the things that we got to do day in, day out, because that's what really motivates and kickstarts your day and your week and your month. And I think Thanksgiving is a strong reminder of keh and family, and really making sure that you come together as a family to enjoy food, you enjoy relatives that you haven't seen in months or even years. So again, I hope you're all enjoyed your food. I had my Thanksgiving with First Lady and my family as well this afternoon, and definitely had my good filling of turkey and ham so far. So again, I'm a big fan of pumpkin pie, so definitely had pumpkin pie and some cream wit, and it's just a strong cup of coffee as well too. So hopefully you all are doing that, and some of you are probably having your meals around 3 o'clock. Wherever you may be, just want to say thank you for coming together. And there might be some of you that are missing your relatives, and there might be some that are just wishing that you were back home, but unfortunately you're out working in the big city or far away from home. But we're thinking about you. Just because you're not with family, don't ever forget that we appreciate you, and we're thinking about you as well. I'm pretty sure your family is thinking of you as well. Continue to be with one another, and really continue to think about who we are as Navajo people. We've been here for hundreds of years, and we'll continue to be here for hundreds of more years. So continue to be very proud of being Navajo, and use some of those teachings to continue to keep your families close. And one of the things I know that when it comes to Thanksgiving, we think about the turkey, right? I know in Navajo culture, Navajo traditions, people have told us that the taji is very sacred. I know that when we came from the third world to the fourth world, one of the things that turkey did was made sure that it gathered as many seeds as possible, and was one of the last ones to make it in the fourth world. So because of turkey, we enjoy squash, corn, beans, peaches, apricots, and melons, and the corn pollen that we all use, and the squash that we use as water gourds in our ceremonies and our way of life. So again, and the turkey feathers are used in ceremonies like Kinalda, protection, and beauty way ceremonies. Without the turkey, our hardships would be a lot harder. So again, I know you're enjoying your meal, your food, and always just a little bit of history on the turkey when it comes to being the net. So again, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be with your loved ones. Hug one another. Tell each other you love one another. And no matter how good it is or how tough it is, always come together and be one, and making sure that family comes first all the time, no matter ands, ifs, or buts. And that's what I like to tell my staff as well too, is after the job or after being the president, what always stays around is your family. So you keep that as close as possible, and you take care of that. And so going into this week, we're going to have a shorter show. So I know that some of you are probably tuning in the longer version on KTNN, KGAK, and KNDN. I did go all English because I figured there's a lot more of our relatives who will be home with family and listening to KTNN, KGAK, or KNDN. And I figured I'd do the message in Navajo, in English, so that a lot of our relatives will be able to enjoy the message as well. That's going to be 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But recapping on some of the things that we've accomplished this past week, one of the things that we really worked on with Honorable Otto So and Casey Johnson and some of the delegates and Tuba City leaders is really pushing the Tuba City Senior Center. So that was a big accomplishment. I remember when I was running for president last year, one of the things that the community asked me was, what can you do to really streamline and really trust in local governments to try to build their projects on their own and have mother government give the money to them. And that's what I'm always a big fan of, is how can we empower our local governments who are certified and who have the capability. So this was a great example to give $5 million finally to the Tuba City Toronesti's local government, and they're going to use that to build a well over 5,000 square foot facility. It's going to have parking, handicap accessibility, and the drainage and the runoff will be up to standard. So it's going to, I know they've been wanting a senior center for a long time, so it's going to be good to see that coming, and they're hoping to have the groundbreaking in the coming months and getting that done by the end of the year, so next year. So that will be exciting. The other thing we worked on this week was signing a $780,000 contract with Day at a Time Inc. They're going to reopen facilities in Chinle and Fort Defiance to really help our relatives who have drug addiction, alcohol addiction problems, to hire on more personnel that can really work with our individuals one-on-one. And one of their champions is Larry Foster and his board members, who have been fighting the good fight for a long time and really making a difference. As I sat here a few days ago, listened to the organization and listened to some people whose lives were changed, it just means a lot. And also want to say the special kudos, thanks to Honorable Delegate Dr. Andy Nez and Honorable Shauna Claw for their leadership to get this contract before me. It takes a lot of work when the Navajo Nation Council works and pushes their projects, and it comes my way. It's a huge team effort, and that's one of the things that we've always focused on, is let's just focus on how do we get things done. And that's one of the things I feel like this past year has been tremendous, working with the Navajo Nation Council and everything that they represent, to try to put differences aside. We're all going to have our challenges, but as long as we come together and stay focused on the mission, which is helping our people and getting services out to them, that's all that matters end of the day. And this was one of those projects, so it's pretty cool to have my signature of approval on it as well. And moving on, I know one of the things we signed this week too was a $6 million contract to increase the capacity for Southwest Indian Foundation out of Gallup. They've been building homes on their own as a nonprofit for Navajo veterans and families for the past 20 years, but there's only a certain amount of homes that they can build. So the $6 million is going to help them build their capacity. And one of the goals I asked them was like, how can we get you guys up to building 40 to 50 homes a year? And this is going to help them build their facility up. So by the end of next year and the following years after that, they'll be able to build 40 to 50 homes for our veterans and our Navajo people at a cost that's such a phenomenal cost. 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1-bath home built to the International Residential Code, and to have a septic tank, drain field, NTUA power connection, and to be able to have your home turned over for less than $200 a square foot. That is a tremendous amount of price for $170,000, a done turnkey home that our Navajo families can walk into. That's very unheard of, because sometimes there's homes that are built for $500 a square foot, $600 a square foot. The cost is tremendously lower, and it includes the water, includes the septic, drain water, includes electrical, and includes the home as well. So I'm looking forward to, I think our goal next year is to build 20, and then the following year be 40, 40, 40. So I know that just with this organization, we're going to build a lot of homes. And I also mentioned as well too, I'm really trying to utilize the ARPA dollars to really build our capacity. And this is going to be one of them. After ARPA is done, Southwest Indian Foundation will continue to build homes for our Navajo people. And we're also looking at other avenues, because I really want to have capacity across the Navajo Nation to build a couple hundred homes a year at a cost that is very competitive, and you can't get it anywhere else. And that's been my goal since day one, is how do we build homes for people that you can't just say it costs $500,000 or $600,000 to build a 1,200 square foot home. That's just unreasonable. You got to be making a salary of well over $200,000 to afford a home like that. And you can't find jobs like that on the Navajo Nation. People make $35,000, $25,000, $50,000. Some of them are looking for a free home, so the cost of construction has to be so competitive. And the only way to do that is to build the capacity of these facilities so that long after I'm president, these facilities will still stand here and continue to build homes for our people. And that's what, as I mentioned for time and time again, think for the future. Just don't think for yourself. And that's one of the things that we've been working on. The other thing was an MOA that was established between Division of Aging and Long-Term Care and the Foster Grandparents Recognition. The Foster Grandparent Program is working on that, and they really want to make sure that they can continue to work with their facilities in Shiprock, Crown Point, Tuba City, and Fort Defiance. So again, I'm always challenging my team. Is like, I'm not going to bring you in and talk to you and do all these things. Learn how to think on your own. Learn how to be innovative. Learn how to be creative. And what can we do within our own capabilities to move dollars, to move people, to move resources? Because time is very short. Not anybody is guaranteed tomorrow, so we might as well work together and be as efficient as possible. And that's one of the things that I'm very happy the Division of Aging came up with that MOA. They didn't wait for me to say it, but as the leader, you set the vision, you set the expectations of excellence. And I'm very proud of them for doing that as well. And the other program I'm very proud of is Division of Social Services. They have the Housing Assistance Fund program for our Navajo people who own homes. They own homes in Albuquerque, Phoenix, Salt Lake, wherever they may be, Gallup or Farmington, wherever it is. People invested in themselves to stand up on their own, and sometimes they need a little bit of help. And so far, out of the 55 million, out of the 900 possible people that we're going to help, they've received 60 applications. And those applications went live on Monday for the monthly mortgage payment assistance program, the mortgage reinstatement assistance programs, and the other ones will be launched at the end of November. So again, continue to follow Division of Social Services and Native Community Capital as well, who I tasked to do it. And that's one of the things, as I mentioned, with the day at a time, it hasn't been done, as Larry Foster has mentioned. The government giving a nonprofit some money for alcohol and drug prevention is unheard of. But with me, I'm always thinking, what can we do to push resources out so people that care about people can be put to work? And that's how you get things done. Is you got to believe in our people, believe in their capabilities. And as the Navajo Nation president, my goal is always, how do we continue to make sure that government is setting the standard as well? So again, hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving, and I'm going to keep it to that short. So I know some of you are probably listening on the radio. Tell your family, your friends, your relatives, continue to be safe. There's going to be a lot of people on the road. So as you're headed home this weekend, wherever it may be, watch out for one another. Don't speed. Don't rush. Also be careful on the road. Don't be passing. Don't be speeding. There's grandmas and grandpas and people that have a difficulty driving around the road. So again, watch out for one another. We are one people, one nation. So again, not anin khanishle a hujin khansis case hujre nahui zisho khani do da huni tsin do never Washington because anigi digi as a yego and Kislis Washington khansis case. Again, very respectful of your time, very respectful of your resources. So we want to make sure that we're always working on your behalf. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I believe the Vice President, Richelle Montoya, is up next. And then we've got a few division directors who will be reporting to you as well. So again, from Window Rock, Arizona, where the work doesn't stop. I'm going it.
Well, it's Friday night again, and I'm going down the road to meet with my baby at the Aces Wild Days. Well, it's pretty cold back here, but I'll make it there somehow to meet with my baby.
Good afternoon, Yat DA Mike Anderson. I am the Executive Division Director of Public Safety for the Navajo Nation, as appointed by Dr. Buu Nygren, our President for our Navajo Nation. So once again, I want to say thank you and good afternoon to everybody and wish everybody happy holidays. Hope you're enjoying today. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Happy Thanksgiving to those who are unable to be with us, who are maybe serving in the military. Also want to extend in a special gratitude to the members of the Division of Public Safety that are out there working to keep our community safe. That goes through law enforcement, our criminal investigations, our internal affairs, our fire and rescue, our EMS, our emergency management, as well as the Department of Corrections. We really appreciate all your efforts on a day-to-day basis, especially on a day like this when people get to stay home and enjoy time with their family. We appreciate your dedication, your compassion, your commitment, and the teamwork that you have, which is all part of Dr. Nygren's administration platform to accomplish for our people out there in our communities. So here in Chicago and Veshnito, want to make sure that if you're out traveling, make sure you take the time to let people know where you're at, where you're going, when you're expected. Don't rush. Take your time. Make sure your vehicle is properly prepared and you get to your destination safely. If you're traveling with friends and family, make sure that they're wearing their seatbelt. Make your children are in their child restraint seats. And let's get to our family and share time with friends and family today and getting there in a safe and timely manner. So make sure that we're doing that now and always, but especially in these holiday times, as they're coming up today through Christmas, auto into the new year as it comes forward. Happy holidays once again. Again, this is Michael Anderson. I'm the Executive Division Director for Public Safety. Thank you very much. Safe holidays to everybody. And I ask that you take care today and take care of your family.
Hey guys, Nat A. She Ethel Brand Shinsha. Bean put Whitney Nishla, Nakai Bashis Chin, Sinajini Dashache, Ado Nakai Dashanella. She Deneba Washington, Gatit Aitso. I'm here. My little guy needs to go to the bathroom. Say hi, son. Say hi. So we're dialing in from Yavapai Apache Nation. We are en route to be with loved ones. So thank you, Mike, for the great advice. Anyway, it's great to be here with all of you. I hope you guys are at your destination and are enjoying time with family and friends, enjoying Navajo Family Day one day early. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of its colonial roots and the legacy that came from that event. But I do celebrate my family and my friends and native first foods, which everyone will be eating at when they meet with their family and celebrate today. So in terms of an update, let's see. I think the most exciting thing that's happened is with Operation Rainbow Bridge. Come here, son.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
And that the most recent development, if you guys saw on my page, is the opening of the Chinle Sober Care Center, which is, I mean, it's basically a sober living home on the nation, which is super, super exciting.
That is like a soda.
Yes, honey, and orange juice like a soda. That's what you want?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, my son doesn't normally drink soda, but for this trip he might get to do that. In any event, it's a really great, I'm sorry, my son needed to use the bathroom right at this moment, so I apologize for the background noise. But the facility is really great. It's a safe space. It has 8 beds. It even has a space for a family of 4. And they already have their first client. The first client's been there for a little while. She has a little girl, a 3-year-old, and so they're able to accommodate that. And so that's one thing that's different about this facility. The facilities down in Phoenix really aren't supposed to have families in them. Sunny, wash your hands. Come on.
Mommy, I'm a boy.
I know, sweetheart. I'm not talking about you. Okay. But and then they just got their second client, which is a gentleman, and so they're building their crew. You can watch the live tour that we did earlier this week. Director Cody and Director Russell and I had a really great walkthrough with Dr. Branzer. Dr. Brander's been working on this for 5 months, and she's actually working on reopening the Shiprock facility, which is supposed to be delivering a higher level of care. Both of these facilities should be delivering a higher level of care, but as many of you know, it's very difficult to recruit professionals on the nation. So they've been unable to successfully staff those facilities in the past. And so that's why, there's this opportunity to develop this sober living home in this space, and also in Shiprock, which is actually an 80-bed facility, which is very exciting. So we have a very happy young person here. Anyway, so that'll be really great if they can get that 80-bed facility opened, and that should be happening in a matter of months, which will be really, really great to have a space to bring our people back home if they want to have that transition from rehabilitation services to just independent living in a less controlled space. So what's that?
You want me to open this for him?
Oh, thank you. That'd be so great. Perfect. Thank you. And so that's super exciting. I'm so happy that we actually now have a space to bring our people home to if they want to be closer to family and in a trusted environment. So very cool to be able to do that. I didn't do?
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I'm paying for my stuff here.
Confirm the total?
Yes. But that's the most exciting thing. Thank you. That is happening with Operation Rainbow Bridge at this time. There are going to be some really fun, exciting things happening on the near horizon, which I'll be excited to share those with you as those arise. And then just in terms of water rights, that's really the primary thing that I've been working on lately. And it's definitely going to dominate my calendar for the month of December. We actually have 3 water rights that are moving pretty quickly right now, and we just had recent positive movement on the Navajo Gallup Water Supply Pipeline Act, and so that's great. That will be fully funded if things continue to move forward positively. But on the other settlements, we're talking about Arizona water settlement, as well as Zuni River settlement in New Mexico, and the Rio San Jose. So that's going to be really exciting. Those might all go through at the same time. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And that's my update on recent happenings in the Department of Justice. Our water rights unit has been very busy, as you can imagine, and we're very lucky to have expanded that unit. We added Dwight Witherspoon. We transferred him over from a different unit, and he actually joined the Department of Justice to work on water issues. So it was really great to be able to move him into essentially his dream job. And of course, Dwight is a former delegate, and so it's been really great to see his path and to have his knowledge and experience in that position, particularly on water issues. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy your holiday. I apologize that I'm a single mom and I'm traveling with my son. And so I had to take you into spaces that I would prefer not to, but I had to get the job done. So thank you. Happy holidays.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, it's really good to connect with you today on a day where we spend a lot of time with family. She'e sanjikinin shle tselna bilni bashishchin sitna jini dashiche tkabahan dashinale leyi twat de ayisade nasha sha'alchini tka ado. I'm here from home today, really thankful for our leadership's generosity in sharing with all of our employees, over 4,000 employees for the Navajo Nation who were given some time off to be with their families. I had been driving and ran into family members that had shared that they were glad to be on the road early enough so they could travel safely to see their grandchildren here in the Maricopa County in the Valley. And just saw a lot of people on the road, and we're extremely thankful for the time off. So I hope they all made it to their destinations on time and have all of their supplies going. Earlier today, I was cooking for my children and enjoying the conversations that we had as we prepared, this meal, and continue to smell the aroma of the food, and came home to bread yesterday. So it was really nice. So I think in sharing gratitude, those are the things that are most special to me, are just listening to the stories from my children and watching them grow into young adults and be on their own and challenge themselves in ways that, as parents and grandparents, make us very proud. I think as I look back on the past week, some of the bigger opportunities for serving the nation have been to look at the general wage studies that we've been focusing on. It's been a plan that we've been working on for some time, and we finally, after setting up the RFQ process, getting vendors in place, and getting to meet the vendor face to face, and working with our directors and key people who are really going to contribute to the survey, we have asked for people to come forward, and that meeting launched on Monday. So that's been a big part of what we've been doing. The vendor had an opportunity, who is REDW from Albuquerque. They had an opportunity to talk to key staff and ask them critical questions about positions and how long this or that has been in place. And I think that this is historical, because the last time a study had been done was back in 2000. And it actually was launched again in 2019, but by the time they unfolded, the pandemic had set in, so there was not a whole lot that could be done. So here in 2023, we're finally working toward getting our foot in a position where we can really move forward. So that's a really positive thing. The other thing that we're looking at is the software program, ensuring that we move technology forward into the 21st century, ensuring that we can work with our employees around the nation and really increase the efficiency that we're charged with as a director from President Nygren's office to get this done. So that's something that we're working on. There's a lot of opportunities to address some of the alerts and concerns that come directly from the community, if that's the chapters, if that's divisions, departments, employees that need changes because they're being promoted or they're shifting to another position. Those are often circumstances that we deal with each and every day. But our office is here with a number number of collaborations that we have going on. We're working very closely with the Homeowners Assistance Program through Vital Records. We also are looking at opportunities to update all of our plan of operations within our division. So we have 10 departments. We have that scheduled out every Monday afternoon from between now and mid-December. So any of our plan of operations that we have in place are going to be updated, and we have invited our oversight committee and also the Department of Justice to come and sit with us and have that conversation. So there's so much happening within the Division of Human Resources, and just look forward. Anytime you have questions, have concerns, feel free to share that with our office, and we'll do our best to respond immediately or within a few days. But for now, I just want to wish all of our families. I really appreciate Director Anderson's message about staying safe. Driving on the road yesterday, there was a lot of traffic. I just want to be safe, wear your seatbelt, and just pay attention to everyone around you. They're all trying to get someplace to be with family or to get home. So I really appreciate the support we get from our administration, from our colleagues, and from the communities who really are focused on serving the nation. So thank you so much.